Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Let me start by saying this to you. You have to question everything. You have to use your own discernment, ask and ask and ask questions. And when you ask those questions, do your own research and keep on searching for the truth and things that are very, very strange as they appear. And let's go straight to the first topic that I really want to bring to your attention. Some of you already know. There's something very shady about that tragedy that took place in Washington between the plane, American Airlines passenger plane, and the helicopter, the military helicopter. Apparently, there were 64 people on board the plane and 3 people on board of that helicopter. When things like this happen, especially lately, I always ask this question: who was on that plane? Who was on that helicopter? Or maybe what was on the plane? So let's go straight to the video that I will be sharing a lot of videos with you today, because this is the video from the plane crash. So let's look at this together. This is the plane right here, you see. This is the helicopter. We're gonna watch it at least 2 or 3 times because it's going to be repeated. As you can see, the plane is flying to the point of landing. The plane is about to land in Washington. Here is the helicopter beelining, as I learned a new term yesterday, which is getting the shortest road from point A to point B. So it looks like this helicopter is directly going straight on this plane. It could go up or down or around, but goes right on this plane. So this is enough sharing of this video. Now, this morning, I came across this video. This will be from my Instagram, so let's go there. And if you appreciate the content that I provide, I would very much like if you hit the like and subscribe to my channel. So here is my Instagram. It's Ania_K_44. Interesting, I just realized that the name of the person who runs this Instagram page is Tulare Johnson. Isn't it interesting? So let's play this, everyone. This video about Lockheed Martin's Sikorsky gets funding by DARPA to turn Black Hawk into drone. And we will go straight to this article right after I play this video for you. I think I have to mute myself. So let me do that first, just in case. Probably not muting, sorry again. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what the sound situation.
Are we really going to fly this optimally piloted autonomous Black Hawk in Connecticut from 300 miles away right here in Washington, D.C.? And the answer is a resounding yes, we're going to.
Okay, so I went straight to the article about it. Let me take you there, everyone. Let's see, because it looks like there has been some info about it a while back, which of course, you know, I'm not an expert, but just do your research, right? So here we have this, as it was mentioned in that video, US Army's Black Hawks to fly without pilots with next generation robotic brain. And this article is dated October 14th last year, 2024. So let's read this together, shall we? This advancement will allow the helicopter to function autonomously, regardless of whether humans are on board. DARPA. Look it up, what DARPA is involved into as far as experiments, let's just put this way. A robotic brain is being introduced to an experimental US Army UH-60M helicopter with fly-by-wire controls. This advancement will allow the helicopter to function autonomously regardless of whether humans are on board. Sikorski, you see, this is the name. It's like kind of bad energy name because, you know, our foreign minister in Poland, this is his last name, Radosław Sikorski. How interesting. Sikorski, a Lockheed Martin company, has received a $6 million award from the Defense Advanced Research Project Agency, DARPA, to install the company's Alias Matrix flight autonomy system onto the US Army's experimental fly-by-wire Black Hawk helicopter. Wasn't it the one that actually crashed in Washington? Or am I wrong? Designated MX, the upgraded aircraft will enable the US Army Combat Capabilities Development Command, DEVCOM, to test and evaluate a wide range of autonomy capabilities from single pilot operation to fully uninhibited flight. A little bit more here, so let me read you this. Autonomic enabled aircraft will reduce pilot workload, dramatically improve flight safety, and give battle commanders the flexibility to perform complex missions in contested and congested battle space, day or night, in all weather conditions, said Rich Benton, Sikorski vice president and general manager. Soldiers, quoting now him, I believe, soldiers will rely on Black Hawk helicopters into the 2070s, and modernizing the aircraft today will pay dividends for decades across Army aviation's current and future aircraft. The Matrix autonomy the Matrix autonomy system forms the core of DARPA's Alias, I don't know how you say it, Alias, which stands for Aircrew Labor in Cockpit Automation System Program. Apologies for my broken English, no surprise to you. As part of Alias in 2020, Sikorski provided the hardware and engineering support to add fly-by-wire flight controls to the MX. Okay, so is there anything else here? Well, in addition to autonomy, the US Army Black Hawk helicopters could get fitted with the planned next generation engines as early as 2025. So that's what we have, everyone. I will attach this link down below in the description box. You can read it yourself and come to your own conclusions, what really took place there. I'm kind of having my own thoughts. As many of you probably will call them conspiracy theories. And we're going to get to the conspiracy theories in a second. But now let's go to TASS. And what Maria Zakharova, the spokeswoman for the Russian Minister of the Foreign Affairs of Russian Federation, said. By the way, can I just compliment here? Very beautiful picture of my favorite lady. Maria Zakharova, 3 victims of US plane crash held Russian passports, diplomat confirms. So 3 people among those killed in a recent plane crash in the United States held Russian passports, and information regarding another passenger is being verified, Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova said at the news briefing. Quoting now Maria Zakharova, according to our embassy, 3 victims of this plane crash had Russian passports. There is confirmation regarding a 4th person who could hold a Russian passport. This information is currently being verified. According to Zakharova, there were Russia's world champions in figure skating, which I have shown yesterday, a short clip with Yevgenia Shishkova and Vadim Naumov. If you watch my live stream with Larry Johnson and Andrei Martyanov, you could see it in the beginning of my live stream. And a Soviet figure skater, Ina Volyanskaya, who worked as coaches in the United States. On board the crashed passenger plane, US athletes on board the flight were killed too, the diplomat added. citing a US statement that there are no survivors after the plane crash. And a little bit more from Maria Zakharova. Our embassy is communicating with the US Department of State on the entire range of issues. It looks like a one-way communication, even as it looks like a one-way communication, but we have not received substantive responses so far. However, there is communication and we have been given some general replies, she explained. I don't know what's wrong with my pronouncing today because I'm struggling, so maybe some energy doesn't want me to share this kind of stuff, which I'm not surprised. So yeah, I would like to know your thoughts on this. Very, very strange and suspicious story with this plane crash. I always think first who was on the plane or what was on this plane or helicopter, but it looks like it was the helicopter that was targeting the plane, and plane was just on the road that plane has been taking for probably thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of times. So now where I will take you, everyone, I will take you to what took place yesterday, and I almost couldn't choose what to watch because there was Kash Patel, Tulsi Gabbard, and Robert Kennedy Jr. going through a line of questions. And we had Shifty Schiff, Pocahontas, Crazy Bernie, and many others participating in this experience. But I think what I'm going to take you first is to one of my favorite clips. I've chosen to watch Kash Patel yesterday because, you know, I just felt like this will be very, very interesting. So let's go to my favorite clip with one of my favorite senators in the United States. No one is perfect, but I think this gentleman is pretty stable and decent in his approach to many things. So let's see how the sound goes. I hope it goes well. If not, I will mute myself. Maybe I should. Let me mute myself first. And I hope you don't mind very relaxed approach to how I record my videos.
You've made a lot of people mad, haven't you, Mr. Patel?
Seems so, Senator.
You think maybe you've made the right people mad?
As my FBI agents, the BRIC agents told me when I was running cases with them across this country and around the world, if you're not ticking off some people, you're not doing your job right.
My colleague and friend, Senator Durbin, called you a conspiracy theorist. You remember that?
I do, Senator.
You were instrumental in revealing that the Trump-Russia election collusion hoax was a hoax, weren't you?
Yes, sir. I was a lead investigator.
Sounds to me like we need to get some new conspiracy theories because all the old ones turned out to be true.
Facts matter, Senator.
Yeah. I mean, conspiracy theorists are up something like 37-0.
Yep, something like 37-0. So now let's go to, where shall we go, everyone? Let's go to Shifty Schiff because we have the same room, the same Kash Patel, but a different person or creature questioning him. So let me take you there. Let's watch this for a moment. The new favorite word is we. We.
That's the word, but maybe not. Well, you also said this, Mr. Patel. We were able to capture the recording thanks to their courageous singing, and we were able to take it to a studio. So let me ask you, Mr. Patel, after saying we took it to a studio, did you take it to a studio?
Me personally, no.
After you said that we digitized and recorded it and all that, did you take it to a studio and digitize and record it?
Me personally, no.
Okay, so you were lying to Steve Bannon and his audience. Is that what you're saying?
No, I was using the proverbial we appropriately, as you've
The
identified.
royal we. Oh, I see. And so you certainly promoted the hell out of it, though, didn't you?
I don't know what that means, but I promoted the heck out of raising money for families in need.
With promotions on social media and saying you were going to get this to #1 on the billboards, right, Mr. Patel?
I think it did.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Isn't that great? People who violently attack police have a #1 song thanks to you, Mr. Patel. That's something to be really proud of. Now,
No.
you've claimed, Mr. Patel, you didn't know about any of these people in the choir. Is that right?
I did not know about the violent offenders, and I did not participate in any of the violence in and
tell
around
me,
January 6th.
Tell me, Mr. Patel, what due diligence did you do to find out who was in the choir before you promoted their beautiful music? These people who assaulted law enforcement. What due diligence did you do?
Senator, I didn't record it myself.
So you did no due diligence before you promoted this song by these violent felons. Is that what you're telling us?
Senator, I did not record that myself.
So you're being considered for director of the FBI. And here you did no diligence to find out whether people you were associating with now the President of the United States in song were convicted of attacking police officers. Is that who we want running the FBI? I want you to turn around. There are Capitol Police officers behind you. They're guarding us. Take a look at them right now. Turn around.
I'm looking at you. You're talking to me.
No, look at them. I want you to look at them if you can, if you have the courage to look them in the eye, Mr. Patel, and tell them you're proud of what you did. Tell them you're proud that you raised money off of people that assaulted their colleagues, that pepper sprayed them, that beat them with poles. Tell them you're proud of what you did, Mr. Patel. They're right there. They're guarding you today. Tell them how proud you are.
That's an abject lie, and you know it.
How
I've
proud you are.
never, ever accepted violence against law enforcement. I've worked with these men and women, as you know,
You
my entire
glorified
life,
it in song,
and I did
Mr.
not make
Patel.
a single dime out of
In
it.
song. Well, let me.
How about you ask them if I have their backs, and let's see about that
answer. Let me ask you
answer.
this, Mr. Patel.
Your time's up. Before I call on Senator Tillis, I have letters here from law enforcement groups representing 310,000 officers supporting Mr. Patel's nomination. And they'd be like the Association of Police Organizations, National Police Association, United Federation of Police Officers, Police Benevolent Association, United Coalition for Public Safety. I'll put these in the record.
You know what is crazy? Person who is accusing him and grilling him with the questions, the shifty shift, as Trump calls him. This is the very same one who wanted to defund the police and to have support of over 300,000 people. Isn't it something? I think it is. On the note of Russia hoax, like I said, you can go to my video with Larry Johnson and Andrei Martyanov, the last part of the live stream. Actually, it looks like it's thanks to Larry Johnson that Kash Patel was on it from the beginning. So now, shall we go to... Yeah, let's since we have topic of money, making money on the song. Now, who's making money? Who's accusing someone of making money? Who actually made money himself? So here we have the hearing from United States again, Robert Kennedy Jr. And I think Trump calls him Crazy Bernie, but he sits next to Pocahontas. You know, you become who you surround yourself with. So there we go, everyone. Let me mute myself and let me take you to the video, and then we go to the article that talks about money.
me just say this in conclusion, Chairman Cassidy. President Trump and Mr. Kennedy are quite right when they say that our system is broken. They're right. Our economic system today is broken. 3 people own more wealth than the bottom half of American society. Wages have been stagnant for American workers for 50 years. The economy is broken. You know what? Our political system is broken and corrupt. You have a handful of billionaires in both political parties who contribute huge amounts of money to elect candidates in this room throughout the United States Congress. That is a broken political system and a real threat to democracy. Our healthcare system is broken. And it's broken for some of the reasons that Mr. Kennedy indicated. We have not paid attention to the fact that we have massive amounts of chronic disease. We have not answered the question why in the richest country in the history of the world, our life expectancy is lower than it is in countries far poorer than we are. So I think in many ways, President Trump and Mr. Kennedy have asked some of the right questions. Problem is their answers will only make a bad situation worse. So let me ask Mr. Kennedy again. If we want to make America healthy, will you assure the American people that you will fight to do what every other major country on earth does, guarantee health care to every single American?
I'm going to make America healthier than other countries in the world right now.
Will you guarantee do what every other major country does? That's a simple question.
And by the way, Bernie, the problem of corruption is not just in the federal agencies, it's in Congress too. Almost all the members of this panel are accepting, including yourself, are accepting millions of dollars from the pharmaceutical industry. And protecting their interests.
Oh, I thought that would, no. I ran for president like you. I got millions and millions of contributions. They did not come from the executives, not one nickel of PAC money from the pharmaceutical industry. They came from workers.
In 2020, you were the single largest
because I had
pharmaceutical
contributions from workers all over this country. Workers,
you were the
not a nickel from corporate tax.
You were the single largest acceptor of pharmaceutical dollars.
No, from workers in 1.5
million.
Yeah, out of 200 million. All right, but you have not answered. Last question. You have not answered my question.
Mr. Chairman, we're 3 minutes.
How do
we make America?
The way he said 1.5 million out of 2 million. Okay, I don't know, but you see, you know what will be interesting, that you will see some of those people on the other side of the table very soon being questioned by those who are grilling now. So let me take you to the article about money. I just look it up. I mean, I don't know if this is true, but if it's the case, very interesting story. I will attach it down below. Which 2020 Democrats are taking money from the healthcare industry? Here we go straight down to the chart, which again, maybe this is really not accurate as far as numbers. Maybe some people had more, some less. Contributions from the health insurance and pharmaceutical industries to 2020 Democrats. We have Biden on the top. It says almost $100,000, which, I mean, I think it's much more. So where is Bernie Sanders here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, number 7. But we have Amy Klobuchar, who was also losing it yesterday. I was watching. We have Kamala, number 4. Oh, Pocahontas, Elizabeth Warren, right there. And many other names, so you can look it up yourself down below. We have a number. Contributions from the health insurance and pharmaceutical industries nonetheless make up a minuscule fraction of the money raised by Democratic presidential hopefuls. Combined, the 2020 Democrats have raised less than $600,000 from those in the two industries, less than 1% of the total haul so far. I think those are not accurate numbers, but nevertheless, there is an article about it. So I think you probably have to add one more zero to it to be true, right? I wouldn't be surprised. And I think I have one more video to share with you. Yes, this is with Tulsi Gabbard addressing the conflict in Ukraine. This is quite interesting, very steamy. Do you see how upset they are getting right now, those senators? I was thinking about it yesterday, for how many years they can hold the position in US Senate. I think there should have like a term, how many years you can be in this position, because after a while, I don't think you really serve your country to the best of your abilities. You definitely serve yourself. So let's go to the last video. And I hope everyone is okay with me sharing those clips. And if you do, make sure to hit the like and subscribe to my channel. Let me see where I have this right here. Okay. So let's play this. Let me mute myself.
I've worked very hard to put your own words here in front of the committee. Not, fake news, not conspiracy theories on the internet, but the actual things that you have said. On February 23rd, 2022, at the very moment that Russian tanks were rolling across the peaceful border of Ukraine for the first time, you tweeted at 11:30 p.m. your time, "This war and suffering could have easily been avoided if Biden administration / NATO had simply acknowledged Russia's legitimate security concerns regarding Ukraine's becoming a member of NATO." Did you say that, yes or no?
I believe you're reading my tweet, Senator.
Yes is the answer. A few months later, you said on your podcast, and I quoted it, quote, "But this regime change war against Russia that the U.S. and NATO are waging via their proxy in Ukraine didn't begin when Putin invaded Ukraine. They had their eyes set on this objective long before that." Did you say that, yes or no?
I believe you're reading my tweet.
Thank
There's
you.
a lot
The answer
more.
is yes.
You're quoting a podcast that
I'm
provided
happy
much
to have
more
a conversation
context.
with the chairman about whether I'm taking anything out of context. I don't think I am. And your answer is yes. Are you aware that your comments about proxy wars and Russia's legitimate security concerns, to quote your own words, are in alignment with what the Russians have said to justify their invasion of Ukraine? Yes or
Senator,
no?
I don't pay attention to Russian
So I'll
propaganda.
take
My
that as
goal
the-
is to
I'll
speak
take
the
that as
truth,
the answer is no.
regardless of whether
Thank
you like
you.
it or not.
I'll take it. That's fine. You said you are used to speaking truth to power.
Yes.
I'm shocked to hear you now say that, you are agreeing. I'm not shocked because I know you said it. You are agreeing that you basically said that Putin was justified in rolling over the peaceful border of Ukraine, the first time since World War II that a free nation had been invaded by a totalitarian state. And you were there at 11:30 p.m. that night to say that you were with them, not us. And let me tell you something. You say you don't know because you don't read Russian propaganda. Russian state TV then aired your comments. Did you know that?
Senator, I think you should also quote the statement that I made criticizing Putin for his invasion
What
of
I
Ukraine.
would say, Mr. Chairman, with the last, it's up to all of us. We're the Senate. We get to decide whether we're going to confirm this nominee. Obviously, we didn't select this nominee. But can't we do better than somebody who doesn't believe in 702? Can't we believe that somebody who can't answer whether Snowden was a traitor 5 times today, who made excuses for Vladimir Putin's invasion of Ukraine, the first time that I'm aware of any American official has done that? I'm questioning her judgment. That's the issue that's at stake here. And as you said, and I totally agree, this is about our intelligence officers. And you cannot answer. Most of what we do here is in secret. This is one of the very few opportunities that you will ever have to have a conversation with this panel in public. And the record is going to be very clear about the position you took with regard to Edward Snowden. And the record is going to be very clear about your reaffirmation of the statements you made in the middle of the night when Russia was invading the free country of Ukraine. And I hope we will take that in consideration when we have this vote.
So in the middle of the night, you are with them, not with us. You know, one wonders if someone like him is under MK Ultra program, or he is going through the cognitive dissonance, one or the other, clearly. Let's end this video with the comment of the day from my yesterday live stream. Can I just say, I think Tulsi Gabbard looked really beautiful yesterday. Kind of shining the light in this white suit. So let's see, everyone. I have so many things to share that I'm getting lost among all the videos here. Okay. The comment of the day comes from Laura Newcomb, who says, Anya, the accident, this is about the plane and helicopter. The accident was runway 33. Helicopter deliberately turned and ran head first into the plane. Thank you so much for your comment, and thank you so much for watching my video today. That is a pretty lengthy video, I think. Oh, it's over half an hour, which is unusual for my solo videos. I hope you don't mind this kind of format, because you are not able, none of us, to physically sit by the computer or TV, if you use it for this purpose, and watch over 2-hour-long hearings in US Senate with all those questions coming from the senators. So I think to give you those short clips is pretty cool. Thank you so much. Make sure to hit the like, subscribe, share, and leave your comments down below. If you choose to support my work, the best way to do it is by donating on PayPal or joining my Patreon or Locals community. And make sure to follow me on Instagram. That is AnyaK_44, where in the stories I tend to put political videos or the conspiracy theory videos that I come across. Lots of love. And remember, we are the leading edge and we are saving humanity. Bye, everyone.